Good morning. It's December 4th, about 7:15 a.m. Came back to the same spot I saw that big buck yesterday morning. I took down my tree stand and then moved it over to where I am now, about 80 yards forward. I'm set up between these two middle-aged oak trees, just narrow enough to get the lone wolf sticks on. The bottom two sticks had about a quarter inch of strap left. Trees are nice and wide, so it's gonna give me some good cover. Some branches below my feet breaking me up a little bit. So I'm pretty confident that if I hunt this for a little while, periodically, eventually I'm gonna run into a buck. They're using this area to get up onto the mountainside. So I've witnessed it twice. And hunting in the same general area, I've had bucks come down the mountain from this area too. So as this secondary rut rolls around, I think it's pretty important that I keen in on this area, hunt it smart, hunt it wisely, and hopefully get something out of it. first light, I had a pretty eventful situation. Saw at least 3 or 4 bucks. One of them was pretty big. Pretty sure it's the same one I saw on December 2nd at first light. About the same time, maybe right on the dot at 7. But there were 2 sets of movement. One on my right and left. Both of the groups were about 100 yards away. I got a little bit of video of that one possibly shooter buck. Not sure how big he actually was. It was pretty far away, and I was almost into the digital zoom through some brush. I'm right in the middle of the movement. I'm in a good spot, and especially knowing that big buck went right up the side of the mountain from where I'm sitting now, I think it's just a matter of time until I get that lucky morning. Ooh. Okay, group of doe. Let's see if there's any bucks in this mix. They're running right up to me. Here we go. Let's hang tight. Could be that same group that gave me a hard time the other day. It's December 7th, 4:30 p.m. I will shortly be wrapping up my all-day sit, sitting back watching a beautiful sunset. But I've got a strange feeling that something might happen within the next 20 minutes. It's December 11th, around 7:20 a.m. Got about a half inch of snow on the ground. Makes for a very quiet morning. I just happened to turn around and I did see a nearly decent buck walk by about 50 yards behind me. Not sure where he ended up. I lost sight of him. I just heard some sticks breaking, so better stop talking and sit tight. Well, there goes the target. Whew. That was really cool. He came in from straight behind me and started to traverse left, right to that same hill climb that I saw him go up last. I hate to keep playing deer poker in the woods, keep switching spots, but that might be the higher probability hill climb to find him on. The younger buck I saw first headed that way. I didn't make out if he climbed the mountain or not, but he probably did. That buck was 40 or 50 yards, almost directly behind me. I'm actually surprised I saw him. I was really peeking around the tree, getting anxious, and that's when I noticed him. Same buck that I'm looking for. He's out and about. I'm gonna get down, I'm gonna locate those tracks, I'm gonna follow them up, and I pretty much have a good idea where I want to be, but I want to make sure I get the perfect tree. And then I'm gonna sit there until he comes through again. But wait, I'll end up seeing him come through where I am right now a few days from now, and I'll be kicking myself in the ass, but I do think, statistically speaking, that's gonna give me the higher odds. Statistically. That was cool though. So I just backed up and walked directly towards where I saw that buck first, moving left to right behind me. So it was about 50 yards. I actually just followed my original footpath out, and he intersects it right here at this point. I came in from here, and then the buck. Traveled that away. So I did a loop around where that buck went through the snowy brush, and I caught back up to his tracks, and, and they went straight up the mountain where he normally would. There's actually a pretty defined path here. Used to be an old four-wheeling or dirt bike trail. It's pretty grown in now, but there's a pretty defined path where he went up, and that's consistently where I've seen deer move up and down. I'm somewhere around 200 yards away from my other stand, and now I want to approach this area as if I'm going to that stand, and then follow this little mountainside all the way up here, and that's avoiding the line of travel completely. I've never seen a deer come through where I want to enter, and I want to find myself a tree, which I think this big oak could do the job. I think it'll do. I should find a plan B just in case. But if I get up in this real high, I'll have a really nice straight forward into the left shot range. At about 6 or 7 yards from the trail at the most. Just gonna want to sit up past this brush right here and get a nice shot opportunity for this part of the hill. That should work out nicely. I gotta get out of here, get to work. I'm gonna have to set this up, hopefully. It'd be nice to do it in the afternoon. But if not, tomorrow morning, wake up at 3, get here a full hour and 20 minutes ahead of schedule from my normal hunting routine. But I'm just going to look for a plan B real quick.